Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of TXN Sports World. It is Michael Fletcher alongside Anthony Florio and Michael Bullock, and we got ourselves a very special show here tonight. We're going to start it off with the Bruins beat Game 3 of the Boston Celtics,
You mean
the second round. No, Eastern Conference Final.
no? Well, you said the Bruins beat.
Ah, Celtics chat and the Ranger Roundup. I'm a little under the weather, guys. Come on, give me a break here. I think it's allergies. I don't know. You can hear it in my voice. That's why you haven't heard me do any commentary for the last few games. Thank you, Anthony Florio and Mike Bullock, for filling in while I've been out. Um, so here we go. So we're starting with the Celtics chat, then to be followed by the Ranger Roundup. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Final, the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics. Miami wins Game 3, taking a 2-1 series lead. 109-103 is the final score. But if you really think about it, guys, this should have been a blowout. But there was also a moment where Boston could have come all the way back to win it. They never led in the game at all. And surprisingly, they were getting blown out by 26. Boston came back, cut it the lead to 15 by halftime. And then they were actually coming back, got it down all the way to 1 point. But Miami was resilient. They never gave up, and they refused to give up the lead. There were some big injuries. Jimmy Butler suffered an injury in the game, was taken out, did not return. Jason Tatum got hurt in the game, but I believe he came back later in the game. And I believe Jaylen Brown got hurt, or Marcus Smart got hurt at one point in the game, but he ultimately did return in the game. This was a remarkable game. Evan and flows, as you know, was the key of the thing. But at the end of the day, the Miami Heat won this game. And the key factor, if you think about it, shooting-wise, they were almost even. Boston had 49%, Miami 47%. Three-point range, Boston was a little better. 37, almost 38% on 12 on 32 shooting. Miami was 11 of 33. So again, a little bit of a wash here. Boston was better on free throws, 23 of 30. Miami was 12 of 14. Lower percentage, not that many. Rebounding, Boston had the advantage, 44 to 34. Assists was even. What did Boston in was the turnovers. Miami had 9. Boston a ridiculous 24 turnovers in the game. And from those 24, it cost them 33 points off those turnovers. You cannot win a game if you make that many mistakes. Michael Bullock, I know we'll talk about that as well in just a minute. Points in the paint, Miami was absolutely phenomenal. 48 to 34, major advantage there. Fast break points, Miami won that battle as well, 15 to 8. And when it comes to the box score, or who the stars of the game was, basically, if you're Miami, Bam Adebayo, 31 points in the game. PJ Tucker has 17 points in the game. And this was after Jimmy Butler left right around halftime. He only had 8 points in the game. For the Boston Celtics, the high man was Jaylen Brown with 40. I'm going to say it. Jason Tatum, where were you? You were killing it the whole series. You only scored 10 points last night. You got to do better, son. You got to do better. Al Horford had 20. Marcus Smart had 16. Gerald Williams had 10. But Michael Bullock, Boston had a great opportunity to really come all the way back, but they just couldn't do it. Miami, standing in the face of adversity, slammed the door on the Celtics, and they now took a 2-1 series lead. Oh, by the way, we just found out tonight that Jimmy Butler should be available for Game 4. They said it was a minor injury, but they said that Butler is clear to play, so we might see Jimmy Butler play tomorrow night.
Yeah, I heard the same thing too. And here's the one thing, Fletch, to me that really hurt the Boston Celtics' chances of a comeback, or what really hurt them that put them in a deep hole. 23 turnovers. 23 turnovers. That's not going to get it done. I mean, you turn the ball over against a team like the Miami Heat, Miami's going to capitalize on every opportunity, every turnover, and that's what they did. I mean, and like you even said, Fletch, Jason Tatum, only 10 points. Yeah, I mean, after what we saw in the first 2 games, he really needs to step it up. He needs to get back to being that Jason Tatum that we've all come to know. I mean, yeah, Jaylen Brown had a big game, 40 points. Yes, you also had Al Horford and Marcus Smart contribute, but the thing is, and it goes back to what I just said, the turnovers. You got to cut on those damn turnovers, because you turn the ball over that amount of times like you did. I don't care how good you are. There's no way you're going to come back from a deficit like this. And I'll be quite honest with you, Fletch. The Celtics, they didn't deserve to win this game. I'm just being honest with you. They didn't deserve to win this game because of, like I said, the turnovers. I mean, they need to cut it down for Game 4. Tatum's got to get back to being that guy that he was. I mean, and they also got to play better defensively too. If they can do all that and also get contributions from the bench as well, I think they can even up the series. But again, it all goes back to cutting on those turnovers. And I'm sure Ime Udoka is preaching that to his ball club. So that's all I can say. I mean, of course, like you said, Game 4 is tomorrow night, 8:30 ABC at the TD Garden. I don't know. I mean, I think this. I think the Celtics, they really need to win this one, because you don't want to go to Miami.
No,
down.
This is a must win. This is a must win for Boston, because I'm going to honestly say this: if they don't win Game 4, I don't think Boston comes back. I think they're out in 5 against Miami, because Miami's been known to, especially at home, they're really good. They're one of the best at home. So I believe if Boston does not win tomorrow night, this is a wrap in my eyes.
Yeah, but then again, Fletch, we've seen crazier things happen in the playoffs before, and I mean, 3-1 being down 3-1, if that does happen, will the Celtics like it? No. But I'm sure they'll stare it down right in the face, and they'll find a way. But first, we got to get through Game 4. We got to cut back on the turnovers. We need to get contributions from Jason Tatum like we've had throughout this postseason. I mean, we need that Jason Tatum that we have seen. So those are the things I need to see from this Celtics team if they're going to pull this out in game 4. So, in the immoral words of the Hall of Famer Edge, wake up. That's all I'll say.
All right.
It's yours, Blake.
With that said, we're going to shift gears to the Ranger Roundup and Game 3 of the Eastern Conference second round in the Stanley Cup playoffs, as it was the New York Rangers versus the Carolina Hurricanes from a sold-out Madison Square Garden in New York City. Total capacity of 18,006. And, well, there's going to be some celebrating tonight because the Broadway Blue Shirts are back in the series. The New York Rangers wins the game by the final score of 3-1, and it started early in the first period. Mika Zibanejad getting the goal, power play goal, assisted by Anthony Panarin and Adam Fox. At the end of the first period, it was 1-0 New York. Then, the second period starts out amazing for the Rangers. At 5:55, Chris Kreider lights the lamp, giving the Rangers a 2-0 lead. Mika Zibanejad and Jacob Trouba getting the assist, but then Carolina shows signs of life as Nino Niederreiter getting the goal. Brandon Smith and Jordan Stahl with the assist, and that goal was at 8:18. So going into the third, it was 2-1 New York, and then the Rangers slammed the door. Tyler Mott with an unassisted empty netter at 18:37, giving the Rangers the 3-1 lead, and more importantly, that was the win. Sorry, a little pop-up just out of nowhere. And that gives the Rangers a 3-1 lead. And then, let's just say, some goon action happened. Carolina player hits Ryan Lundgren. That really irked the Rangers. And actually, Gerard Gallant was really ticked off. Did you hear the comments he made in his post-game press conference? Yeah, I think the NHL. It was Max Domi with a dirty check on Ryan Lundgren, and I'm gonna tell you, who knows? I think Max Domi might have just opened Pandora's box. He might have just woke up a sleeping bear named the New York Rangers, because they're not happy, they are pissed, and they want some blood. So Ranger fans were up in arms. Gerard Gallant was up in arms, and he made a pretty much a bold statement saying, watch yourself in game 3, or in game 4, I should say. So I'm going to say it now. This just got serious. It's got impersonal, and it's going to get ugly. Game 4 is, the referees are going to have to be really tight on the refereeing, because if it's anything like what it was at the end, there's going to be quite a few penalties at the beginning, and who knows what we're going to get. So was that a warning shot by the Rangers to Carolina? Like, you're not going to bully us around? We'll wait and see. But one thing's for sure, New York is back in the series. Total shots, Carolina won the battle 44-33. The Rangers out-hit Carolina 23-17. In the face-off battles, Carolina once again had the advantage on New York. They won 37 to New York's 26. That's a 58.7 clip to New York's 41.3. And then talking about, like I said, the takeaways and the giveaways, the Rangers had 17 takeaways to 7 from Carolina's, but the Rangers are going to have to clean up the giveaways. They gave the puck up 35 times to the to Carolina's 11. And oh, by the way, the 3 stars of the game, the number 3 star was Chris Kreider, the number 2 star, Mika Zibanejad, and the number 1 star, Igor Shestenkin. 43 saves in the game. Anthony Florio, come on in. Give me your thoughts on who you thought shined for the Rangers and Carolina, and give me your thoughts about that end game sequence with what I thought was a very gutless coward move by Max Domi on Ryan Lundgren.
Well, look who his father is. Duh. That's who he got it from. That's all there is to say on that.
Just about to say, I mean, look at who we got it from. Ty Domi. I mean, he's had a history of some dirty plays. And, yeah, I mean, I saw that, and I was totally disgusted with it. And the NHL should come down hard on him. I mean, they've done it with Ty Domi. They need to do it with him and send a message to him.
Like father, like son. That's all there is to say on that. All right. Getting into this, MF said it. 3 stars of the game. Igor Shesterkin, 43 saves, 44 shots. That's the most saves he's had in the game since the 79 that he had in against Pittsburgh in the first game. But Zibanejad, absolutely, goal and an assist, 2 takeaways, had a hit. Kreider, who had the goal, he also had 3 takeaways and 2 hits of his own. Panarin with an assist. Kevin Rooney, nice all-around stat line here. He had 3 hits, 3 blocks, and 2 takeaways. Vetrano, 3 hits and a block. Lafreniere had 3 hits. Mott with the empty net goal, 3 hits, 3 takeaways, and a block. Great game for him. Adam Fox with an assist. He had 5 blocks, had a hit and a takeaway. Trouba with an assist, 2 blocks, a takeaway, and a hit. And Schneider had a couple hits, and but Shesterkin had to without a doubt stand on his head, and that's exactly what he did. He played like the guy that's not only nominated for the Vezina Trophy, he's also in the running for the Hart Memorial Trophy. I mean, that's a very big deal, and only one goalie has ever won that award, and that was Carey Price for the Montreal Canadiens. I believe that was in 2015, but man, what a win for the New York Rangers. They needed it. And and I forgot one other name that I wanted to address, and that is Andrew Kopp had 4 takeaways and he had a block as well. And as far as what happened at the end of the game goes with that little incident at the end of the game, I mean, that was absolute thuggery. And I mean, I get it. I mean, it's a divisional rivalry. You're frustrated about losing. I understand that, but was it really necessary? Absolutely not. But I will address, the stars for Carolina. I mean, Ronta, former Ranger, he had 30 saves on 32 shots. Niederreiter had a goal. He had 4 hits in the game. Great outing for him. And Aho with 2 hits and 2 blocks. Stahl, old friend, had a couple hits. And D'Angelo, the Don of the NHL, with a couple of blocks. Brett Pesce with a couple blocks. And Slavin with 2 takeaways and a block there. And Brendan Smith with an assist, a hit, a block, a takeaway. And Jordan Stahl had 14 face-off wins. I got to give it up for him. And Vincent Trocheck had 11 face-off wins of his own, and that's very good numbers in that regard. And Andrew Kopp had 9 face-off wins. Zibanejad had 8 face-off wins. Strome had 5. But the key to this win today for the New York Rangers was definitely the home cooking in Madison Square Garden. They needed it, and they stepped it up big time. And I mean, the defense came to play today. The penalty kill was amazing, and of course, I I always get nervous on power plays, but they rose to the challenge, and They got the clears that they needed. They had those moments where they cleared the puck. They had a lot of clearances, which really helped. And Shesterkin had a Henrik Lundqvist like save early in the game where he literally stood on his head to make it, which had MF screaming like Doc Emmerich, "Oh, what a save by Shesterkin!" And I'll never forget it. And then he threw in the Gary Thorne mercy on top of that, which was awesome. That's why we call him Screaming Michael Fletcher right there. And then the empty net goal went in, and another vintage MF moment. It's in. And I'll never forget. I always go crazy over that. But a great win for the New York Rangers. No question about it. They needed it. This was a must win. We did not want to go down 3-0, not against this team. And I mean, Carolina is a completely different team. I mean, they're 6-0 at the PNC Arena. They were 4-0 against the Bullocks Bruins, and so far 2-0 against our Rangers here. But they are 0-4 on the road. They're 0-4 on the road after losing all 3 games to Boston, and then this game today, Rangers improved to 4-1 in Madison Square Garden with the 3 wins against Pittsburgh, and I'll tell you what, I mean, I am hopeful that incident will light a spark within the Rangers there, and Coach Gallant, Jack Adams Award finalist. He got in there, and I saw how PO'd he was. I don't blame him one bit. I would have been the exact same way. And there's no place for thuggery like that. And I am hopeful that the league office will have a say in this, and hopefully there'll be a fine and or a suspension for Mr. Max Domi here. I mean, like father, like son. That's all there is to say on that. I mean, how many times did his daddy commit thuggery like he committed today? Too many to count. I mean, that's all there is to say on that. I mean, like I said, I mean, I get that you're frustrated about losing. I get it. I mean, we all hate to lose. I hate to lose. All of us hate to lose, but there's a better way of going about it. You should have just left well enough alone, tucked your tail between your legs, and come out ready for the next game. That's all. But thuggery, there's no place for it. I mean, you know how I am about thuggery, especially being the man of good faith I am and always will be. And I mean, Coach Gallant had every right to go off like he did. I would have done the exact same thing. And I mean, I don't know what else there is to say, except this was a must win for the Rangers. We needed it. Now, hopefully we can even it up come Tuesday night, make this a best of 3, and then let the chips fall where they may after that. And if we can do that, just do what we did today, get the crowd in it early, kill those power plays, feed off that home cooking. We do that, we even it up, and then once we get back to Raleigh for game number 5, which I believe would be on Thursday, then all we have to do is take their crowd out of it early. So one game at a time. I mean, this is a great first step. There's still work to be done. And I had a good feeling we were going to come to play today, MF, and sure enough, we came to play today, and I believe, and especially after the incident at the end of this game, you best believe we're coming to play in game 4 on Tuesday, and Hurricanes be ready, because I mean, you don't want to poke the bear. You may have poked it. So that's all there is to say on that. Big win for the New York Rangers. We needed it, and onward and upward to game number 4. Let's even it up. Let's get it to Raleigh for game 5, and then we'll let the chips fall where they may. So I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, I'm still nervous, but I'm definitely feeling a little better today after that win today, MF. And now let the chips fall where they may.
I think the key word is that it's a caution optimism. It's a cautious optimism, is I think Anthony Floyer is at right now. He wants to be cautious, which I completely understand, but he is optimistic enough that we can get back into the series, and I do believe we can. So we'll wait and see what happens there. So, we are done for the night. Tomorrow night, Anthony Florio hosts Ridiculously Raw at 11 p.m. After Raw goes off the air. And the next time you guys will see me is Wednesday night for Wednesday Night Mayhem. I mean, for Wednesday Night Madness. Not Mayhem, it's Madness. So I will make my return. We'll recap AEW Dynamite, and we'll also have NXT 2.0. And then for the rest of the week, unfortunately, I'm going to be sitting it out due to work commitments beyond my control. So Anthony Florio will have he'll have the Cerebral Smack Talk, and they will do the Celtic chat and the Ranger Roundup, and they'll go from there. So, guys, it's been fun. It's been wild. Well, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, but most notably tomorrow night, Anthony Florio hosts Ridiculously Raw on his channel, The Tone 25. Go like the video, leave a comment, share with all your friends on all the social media platforms, and more importantly, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to The Tone 25. Subscribe to Braves Fan 95 for all the content. NHL, NBA, you name it. We got it. Professional wrestling. This is the place to be, guys. Have a great night. So long for now. Bye-bye.